Yes, sir.
What's up, guys?
Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in three, two, 1.
On the troll.
Hello and welcome back to Mzansi. We're back again. It is that time of the night where we have to deliver what we have to deliver. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure you can see from the heading what we're going to talk about. But the first thing first, we're going to discuss what happened in that court, because there was a bit of movement in the very same court that we always focusing on. And then we're going to talk about what other people from other countries see. Maybe not our Zangomas, because dismally they have failed. They have failed dismally to be able to predict or even see what happened in that house. We have been waiting for someone who's able to cool, as they would say in a political jargon, and be able to put us there in that day. I can say there's someone who has given us a bit of what is a bit, in my opinion, closer to what we would expect from our so-called Sangoma. It's unfortunate that that spirit of being able to tell things as they are is gone. So we are sitting here. First thing first, it's greetings and obviously appreciation from you guys. One-on-one relationship, one view, one like for now, and also interact with those adverts. It's part of us. Unfortunately, I don't care how much they are long, but as long as they are reasonable to you, please try to interact with them as much as you can. We greet you. And we see you, Mtimkulu. Hello, Lindan Dube and Sbusiso Mloi. Sims Kaba. Hello. And Sihameti. Yes, we are here. We are within. We couldn't pass this chance. Emily, greet our people.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us yet again for another deliberation on the Senzo Meyiwa Trial. Yes, guys, there's a medium, an American psychic, who got brief moments into the deep secrets of what may have happened in that incident. But we'll get to her later. Right now, let us talk about what happened in the court proceedings. Mr. Anonymous, don't you think like maybe our Sangomas are afraid? Maybe they are afraid because you saw her description.
Yeah. Look,
maybe they are afraid.
For all I care about is that these people have seen a lot. Hey, these people, I think there's nothing worse than that, in my own opinion.
Yeah, we've had all kinds of swallows right here on the app. We've had different kinds of e-twallow. Like, there's so many, and yet you can't tell us about this paramount.
It's very amazing that you'd say they are afraid. But these people can face even animals that they keep for his twallow and all that for certain people. And they have the so-called short people, as we know. But what more could you be afraid of if you could face such things that no one could see? Now, let us get into the story of what happened in this court of ours without digressing.
Manda said that they have provided the defense with copies of the bank records as requested. It happened this morning. They provided hard copies of the documents. Hard copies, guys, of the documents. Hard copies.
And keep that in mind, because when we're talking hard copies, now we are talking about a different view of what we would expect in terms of the originality of the information. You would like to get the source and also get where it comes from. So if someone comes with a paper is a different story, in my own opinion, which is something that I wouldn't be excited into getting hold of without getting the originality of the so-called CD and all that. What is it? Why can't they actually decode this so-called hard disk or whatever? I don't know what it is, but What is difficult about that?
I don't understand. It's a matter of transferring files from the disk to the USB.
Unless that disk is empty, that's why they couldn't decode it. I'm just thinking now that we're talking about this. You can't decode a disk that has nothing. So maybe corrupted there and there, which is easy and straightforward to actually do, even if you're not an IT person. I don't think you would actually need any expertise to actually do that. To corrupt a disk that has nothing. That's it. That's my thinking.
I saw the thickness of some of the bundles that they had there on the table. They're about this thick. You could tell that it's more than 5,000 pages. Ingaka. Not even a Bible is that big. So yes, the Standard Bank account and EPSA bank account, Usibanda said they were able to extract or get the transactions from these two banks.
Yes.
Nedbank and Capitec was already disclosed previously. Furthermore, they have also provided Section 205s as requested copies of such documents, and they have also disclosed additional information from Lieutenant Colonel Hoos in a form of an affidavit. It was disclosed to them this morning. He said he disclosed it to his learned colleagues. So Sibanda said that they were ready to proceed at that stage. However, he said that he is not certain if his colleagues are ready to proceed with such information at this stage. Now imagine this, you guys. You're handed documents in the morning. You're not even given time to consult with your client. You don't know what you're going to defend, actually. And the state says, we are ready to proceed. After dragging their feet, bringing those exhibits, to you so that you can see them and see with your client what they agree with and what they don't agree with. In the morning, they said, we are ready to proceed.
If not being ready was anything to go by in this case. I mean, you would expect someone like Sibanda to say they are ready to proceed. In any case, they don't ask anything. They just ask one question and keep on perjuring the witness and doing whatever that they can do. So they were ready just to show that we are doing something, but nothing in any case. Because it's not like we have anything. We're just going to read everything that is in this document. God knows where they got them and how they got them. That's a different story, and that's a different story for another day.
Well, the judge said that the defense said that they wanted the affidavit and the order of the magistrate. He asked Sibanda if they have all those things, and Sibanda said that it's in the bundle. The way the judge is so nonchalant about this whole delay of these documents is very weird. I'm sorry, but I can't get used to it. I can't get used to him being that calm and collected and be like, oh, so Mr. Sibanda, what about the affidavits? They requested those affidavits. They did request them. And it's not something that, Judge, you are bringing up for them. No. They have asked about them.
Yeah.
I would have appreciated a little bit more emphasis as you were asking, but no. It was so soft, like I was talking to a puppy. Sibanda said that some will still be provided during the course of the day, and yet the state was ready to continue. Some of the documents were still going to be provided throughout the course of the day. And the state, Sibanda, said, we are ready to proceed.
Yes.
Ready to continue with what exactly?
Nothing. Which brings us to, eventually it will bring us to what this Kandis said. And we will try to analyze without being biased, if it's possible, to actually divorce your emotions from this thing. We will try as much as we can.
Well, Baloyi quickly hopped in. Maseu Sibande Kulumanga Goti, some of them will be provided throughout the course of the day. Wati Jumper Baloyi coming to the rescue quickly hopped in, excusing Sibanda to address this aspect. He said that they have disclosed electronically copies of the Section 205s. Last night, they received hard copies and were in the process of sorting out those hard copies and arranging them according to the affidavit for applying for Section 205s. The order of the magistrate as well as the specific numbers. He said that they have made copies and it should not take more than 30 minutes just to finalize that process. So they were going to wait for 30 minutes for everything to be finalized and for them to get everything according to Advocate Baloyi. So they will get that information today, he guaranteed them. And he said that the only information is just to indicate to them as to which numbers belong to which accused, just to make it easier for them when they go through Section 205s.
Yeah.
Now, he's spoken like he's really trying to assist or become of assistance,
Yeah.
you know, when that is really not the case, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But he sounded like, you know, if you are not listening or not watching the case, you would think, maybe you just stumbled upon it on YouTube today. You would think, oh, this is such a young, just such a nice lawyer, such an accommodative.
You know, there was one thing that they failed to do, which is to hide Baloyi when he's trying all these so-called monkey tricks, as Defo would refer to. His body language is saying, I'm in Titus. I cannot deal with what is going on right now. Yes, I might be expected to prolong this case, but it seems as if I'm running out of ideas of how to deal with that. That's what I got from, in my opinion. That's what I'm getting. I'm running out of ideas of how to deal with this. As much as I'm trying, by all means, but I'm running out of ideas.
And as I was seeing him explain like that, in that pace of his explaining, you know, Mr. Anonymous, you do the imitation so well. My lord. I'm thinking to myself, why can't you just hand over these things to the defense? What is all of this handing over? Why is it taking so long? Why are you compiling? Why are you sorting out things? Just give it to them.
We are trying to sort out the documents for our learned friends so that it does not confuse them. I mean, this is voluminous data that they have to deal with. We're trying to actually put it per number as we trying to make it easier for them, my lord. So that's the reason why you couldn't provide them with data. Is that why? Is that is all, Baloyi? Just that you just wanna generously do this thing for them and help them.
And be of assistance. Mgomezulu said that he is in possession of the documents that are disclosed to him today, and he confirmed that he received an email from Mr. Baloyi yesterday and he has not gone through what is on that email. Mgomezulu said that he wanted to place this on record. Firstly, is that today, or I don't know what time it is now, but it was the 30th of April 2024. It
is still the 30th of April. 10 minutes to go before we start saying the 1st of May.
All right. And the state that stage is still furnishing the defense with further particulars. He said that I will submit with respect, my lord, that these amounts to an unfair trial to the accused.
It is, Mgomezulu. Thank you. And not only thank you to Mgomezulu, let us also thank the legal aid for failing to pay, because the eyes are open. It's like you're baptized, man. You are new. You are born again.
Renewed.
You are living this thing again. Forgot all that happened before you were expecting the payments and whatnot, and the regressing of the energy that you came with, and now we see this lawyer that is really doing everything to support, to protect or even avoid jail for the accused. We are happy that now you are highlighting these things on record.
Yes.
Now look at this. The judge comes with this nonsense of a paper now. What is the point of reporting in court? This is the very same man that was saying, did you say it? Did you tell the judge? Did you do this? To the accused when they were saying, yes.
For Ngomezulu to show up sick so that he can see for himself that he's sick and grant him the permission to go to
No,
the
not only that. I'm talking about the accused that have been said to be lying, according to my opinion. The judge is actually feeling that they are lying. He said they didn't say anything to the magistrate and whatnot. And now this magistrate, it requires papers. Where were they going to get papers, these accused, if they had to report that whatever that they did, some of them did. So it surprises me how he keeps on finding a room to maneuver around the problems that the state has, which is not being able to provide everything that they are supposed to provide. There is no argument from the states to say that we are investigating, my lord, we are still, more so when it comes to such evidence, because they are supposed to have it, considering the fact that they already have submitted everything and put it on record in a wrong way, by the way, in front of this judge. Was very welcoming to such evidence that did not have the basis that it required. So I'm surprised that we are here today. He's talking about the white paper. Put it on a white paper so that I can what are you going to do? I mean, next thing you want a black paper. I mean, this judge is capable of anything. You know, you're going to find something.
The demands keep coming.
Have you
different
I'm telling you, if they wrote this thing down, he was going to say, have you reported the lawyer to LPC?
Something
was going to come out.
Yes.
This guy is just, it does not cease to amaze me.
Even if they had written those emails and written to advocate or the state, there would have been something he would have said that they should have done and they didn't do. Have you done this? Have you transferred it to the JP? Something was just going to give. So Ngomezulu also said, point number 2, he would like to place it on record that whatever documentation that was given to them does not relate to the incident that occurred in 2014. Do you think he has a point with the bank?
No, he has a point.
They don't connect to the incident in 2014.
And not only having that point, look at how when they have to provide some information of Standard Bank, they come with that rubbish explanation of that the system. No. Man, it's...
I know you're seeing Bishlola. Miracles in that courtroom. I did not know that a whole bank cannot pull information because an account
what is funny?
Has been done for so long. In fact, I wanted to pose this question to people who work at the bank. Please
No, you
assist
don't
us.
need to do that. You don't need to do that. Let me tell you some crazy story of how, because for some of us who are lucky to interact with the servers, should the server be full, a new server is created.
Okay.
But that server does not discard the information, more so in a financial sector.
So let's say a client opened a bank account in 2004 and closed it in 2012.
Yes.
Can you pull that type of information?
Any information is available.
Then what is Baloyi and the state talking about?
No, look. Imagine a bank that can lose such information. It's like saying ITC will be able to forget that at some point you were blacklisted. Do you understand? They keep that. Whether it's 1999, you're blacklisted in 1999, they will be able to pull that information.
They
Let
are
me
able
make
to
another
pull it.
example. let's think about the situation where a server has to save call records of a certain call center. Now we are talking about millions and millions of calls.
Yes.
Let's say they are calling you about insurance or they are calling you about anything. Now think about that situation. Sometimes you call a client once, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, no answer. You have to keep all those records.
Yes.
And then next thing, that client says, when was I called? And they say, sorry, sir, we don't keep such information. While at the same time you say all the information in this phone call is recorded. And then when a client wants that information, say, no, sorry, we don't keep. That's bullshit.
They even keep calls.
And calls are more heavy
Call center, yes.
than the
The
documents.
space is more heavy. You know, when you call the bank and you take up something with the bank, they will tell you this call is recorded.
Yes.
This call is recorded for what.
And then they say,
This
no,
gave,
no,
this
no,
they
no.
gave.
So if a bank has a server that keeps, because in my imaginary world, because I have at some point encountered such companies, I've worked with some of them, maybe or no, maybe not. If they can keep such information, so Emily, there is a server for calls,
Yes.
which is probably totally different from the server where you interact. You know, the inbound calls, the outbound calls, it's a different server. If
Maybe
they
that
can keep that
stored in
information,
tables or something.
if they can keep that information, it tells you they need huge space for servers, for their servers.
Yes.
And they keep their information. What they would rather do is to say, okay, this server is full now. We leave it. We call it server 1, server 2, server 3.
That's how they end up having those. It's sort of like a room with a lot of servers.
Yes. So I want to put how this thing works. And then they write a script. That script is gonna be hidden to that person that is assisting you with data. There's gonna be a web page or whatever that they use to pull the information for customers. But that script is gonna refer to all these servers, such that when you come and say, I want information about Emily, that server pulls that information, whether it's a server 1, server 2, server 3, because it is referring to all those servers. So when you say date maybe created, I want from 2014, that server is going to go straight to server that was there working at 2014. Pull that information and say, I'm running out of that information. Take over server 2, take over server 3, and give that information to our client. That's as simple as that. And then you come here in court and you tell us, that's bullshit, man.
Well, I've had an incident where I would say I took a policy.
Yeah.
And then I had taken the policy with this company many years ago.
Yeah.
And then I stopped.
Yeah.
And then I went back. And when I went back, they still had information.
Yes, they are supposed to keep that
They
information.
still had it. It was more like a confirmation type of application. It wasn't as hectic as the first time because
Yes.
they had it opened up and they were asking me and still verifying if some of the information was the same. So give them my new number, stuff like that.
Some of them might call it, remember they need to keep that information. It's difficult to get clients. And you have a client that at some point was paying a certain police properly. And then they lost their jobs. What do? You need to wait for time being, right?
Yes.
And then maybe give them 2, 3, 4 months and keep on asking them, haven't you find a new job? So that we can reinstate your policy and we continue. They call some of you guys, they call you like that. So what nonsense is this?
So I was very shocked. I was like, you're trying to tell us that our banks are not that advanced. That
They are more advanced, actually. It's
they don't have Tanzi's information
they are more
of
advanced.
a bank account he had with them.
Think about someone who finished paying the bond 2010. He wants that information today, and you say it's not available. I mean, there's a lot of things.
I can't, guys. I can't take the state serious at this point. I'm struggling. My Lord said, Mgome Zulu said, my Lord, I even requested the affidavit of Colonel Mashidi. Well, he had gotten it wrong. He wasn't sure of the surname, but he was talking about a colonel who brought an application under Section 205 in 2014. And the order of the court was that they needed the downloads as per his request. He said he hadn't received that. Now, this Section 205 was in relation to the people that were in their house and their cell phones. They wanted to download the cell phones of all the people that were in the house. And he said that he hadn't received that, and he submit with due respect that those are relevant in proving the state's case beyond reasonable doubt.
Yes.
The judge wanted to know exactly who is that officer, who that officer was, and if it's Colonel Mashidi or what. And the
Do you
judge
think
claimed,
he just wanted to know the person? He just wanted to put pressure. It was a time of uncertainty, and this judge obviously wanted to put more pressure on these people.
Well, the judge claimed that he wanted to address it with Advocate Baloyi instead of Mgome Zulu. Mgome Zulu said that they missed the name of that colonel that applied for the Section 205 in 2014. Now, the question now has to be like, why has the state not used that man's affidavit if it can assist the state in proving their case beyond reasonable doubt against the accused? Why haven't they used that man's Section 205?
All these Section 205 says they claim that there are many people who applied for them. They were supposed to be there because one thing for sure from what they've said, it is now becoming more clearer that they could probably have taken one of those and reused it as if they are the people that applied for that.
Well, Baloyi looked for it in his pile. Oh my goodness, guys, he was doing this. You know, he was looking for that Section 205. Looking for that Section 205 from that detective. Like he was going to find it right there and there. It's just... Yeah! Well, he was looking for it in that pile of paper saying that in 2014 there's an application that was submitted by Sergeant Mtetwa. He said that they will sit with his colleagues and try to sort it out. You know, the way he was pretending to look for that. You know, the way he was pretending, in my opinion. Yeah, Aishem. Yeah, I had to laugh at that. Then the judge asked which affidavit is that because he wanted to also know, you know. And Mgome Zulu said that it's an affidavit by one of the investigating officers amongst those 40 investigating officers who brought an application for Section 205 for the cell phone and for the people who were in the house. But he finally admitted that it is Colonel Boonstram. The judge asked if he has appeared in the court, and Baloyi said no, he has not appeared. And the judge asked what is his connection to this case. This question
in
is
a
weird.
hope, it was just before you say it. I don't know what you're gonna say, but I think you would have said this was a hope that it's on under 375. That's what I saw. He was hoping which case is this one? In a sense, he remember, nothing is done in that court for no reason. He alluded a bit to say that 375 was not supposed to be brought there. And that allusion was never going to stop there. Now it's going to be implemented. Just watch and see the space, because that's where he was going. When he got a puncher, when Ratha stood up and said, actually, it's 636. And it was like, what he probably has not fathomed properly is that 636 was the main one. 375 was created on the basis of what has happened to 636.
Yes.
So most of damage was done in 636.
Yes, it was.
So if
Affidavits were stolen.
yes, so after that affidavits that were stolen, then 375 was born. So he, in his mind, I don't know, he was hoping that it's 375.
So that he can rule it out and say it doesn't apply to this case.
Which does not make sense in any case. That's why when he said that Judge Shabilo Patoi was right in separating this and saying that the other depends on the other. What kind of nonsense is that? When you are going to claim that it was right, that thing was never right. These two cases are supposed to be combined. It's one case.
It's one
How
case.
can you say, after I failed here and then I'm going to go witch hunting on the other side? That's nonsense.
For the outcome.
That's nonsense.
It's just
We have created new precedent.
it's a way of killing both.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with they will attend to 375. Just by combining them with 636 like this, guys, that's the end of 375. So that's why the outcome or the judgment on this case needs to make sense. Otherwise, it means there's no going to 375 after this. And that's the reason why Advocate Defo was fighting so much. It wasn't supposed to be.
Yes, it was supposed to be combined. And they said Defo is not learned properly. The clever lawyers. And not only even studying this scenario. I don't think they have in their lifetime faced this scenario. But they had an opinion, a very huge opinion that was not
combined
precedented.
in a manner that it is combined now. They were supposed to even make the people that were in the house the accused as well. They were supposed to
Properly
be
imagine
in
them.
that accused box
Properly
as well.
imagine them.
Yes. Just like there's a lot of people in the Thabo Bester case, we were supposed to see something similar with this one as well. But they decided, no, we'll just admit it just because, but we will not call any other people that were in the house to come and answer. We'll make them witnesses. Don't know how that works, but we are now in that process. Well, the judge said that he's still waiting to testify Ubonstra. He was in fact asking a question, and Mgomezulu answered and said yes. So he asked what is his connection to this case, and Mgomezulu said that he's the one who brought the application for the Section 205. And the judge said, no, I'm asking the prosecutor. How do you know that he's going to testify? That was mean. That was mean. He was mean. He was absolutely being mean. Okay. And Baloyi said that he hadn't testified, but his affidavit has been handed in when Sergeant Mushwana testified about the downloading. The judge told Baloyi that Mgomezulu said that he has not received all of that. And he asked Baloyi, now, why can't you give him? And Baloyi said that it forms part of the exhibits before the court. And the judge said that the exhibit was entered into the record before Mr. Mgomezulu was seized with this matter. So
trying to shift it to that position of saying you actually did not prepare well because you did not even check what happened before. And he has been doing that. And it failed because it was never put on record in an extent of that coming of that witness coming giving evidence.
Yes.
It was just a hearsay
evidence.
Someone mentioning it.
And Baloyi said, yes, it forms part of the exhibit S. The judge now turned to Mr. Ramosipili and said that he has it, and Ramosipili said that he does not recall having that affidavit of Bonstra But he remembers that Mushwana mentioned him and that evidence was provisionally admitted because it was hearsay for Mushwana, but they were never furnished with any documents from Boonstra. You know, sometimes I get frustrated with Abu Ramosipili and I'm like, you guys, all these months, all these years, Mushwana testify aqede, Stein testify aqede. They all finished something like a couple of months ago, and you guys didn't notice this.
You see, it is important to not ignore the situation of legal aid to such an extent that you start shifting or you start blaming them direct. I feel like something has changed in that court. I feel like some of the defense is saying, we want to close this now. That's now how they are feeling now. Maybe perhaps at the beginning they were enjoying the ride. But after seeing how the punches are coming, the uppercuts that you didn't even expect,
Reputational
and
damage.
now that goes to reputational damage because it's a most spoken about case. You cannot ignore that. So now they want to close it. And they also let the state hang themselves. Just give them a long rope to keep on doing these wrong things. And when you start calling them, you call them one by one from the beginning because you remember them. You are a lawyer, obviously. You saw where it was looking wishy-washy and you just kept quiet because you didn't want to keep on correcting them because they are capable. If you correct them, they are capable of, in my opinion, going back and fixing and coming up with new ways of dealing with the situation.
Before, yes.
So let them do this wrong thing and finish it and call it out.
Okay. Sounds like a strategy. And Ramasipili said that what Mr. Mgomezulu was talking about in the context is a reference that was made by Colonel Stein that before he was seized with the matter previously, the 40 people that were investigating the matter, amongst them, the 205s of the people that were in the house were requested and obtained, and they have not had sight of them. The judge asked if they had written a letter to Mr. Baloyi or they just requested it verbally, and Ramasipili said that he thinks that Mr. Mgomezulu had already said several times that he has requested the same thing, and the judge said, is it by the letter or just verbally? And
what is the point of record?
Verbally.
What is the point of putting it in record? What is the point of that? If now we are going to talk about verbally and whatnot.
Well, the judge said, yeah, because you all do that. Maybe he has forgotten, making excuses for the state. This was, for me, out of pocket. For me, it was like, really now. Our Brigadier Kininda had diaries. Doesn't the state have diaries? What is Sibanda's job sitting there every time next to Baloyi? Couldn't he have written down what the defense is asking for?
Yes.
Sometimes they even have some, I don't know what to say, it's a legal assistant or what at the back. They couldn't write down that this is what is being asked for. Why must it be the job of the defense to keep writing stuff that they've placed on record in the court? When they are there, they can hear them make the request. And it's not like they're being unreasonable. They do give them time. All right?
Yeah.
I was like, listen to this judge making excuses for the state. How does he feel? Then Baloyi said that it is part of the bundle that they will be finishing to the defense. So they were gonna still finish to the defense in the morning. But yet Sibanda was saying, we are ready to proceed. Proceed with what?
With nothing. And that's what they've been doing the best. They look like they have something.
Wow.
But they are calling them a bluff.
So he had prepared to waste more of our time, like he did with the cross-examination of accused number 1 and number 2, to drag the reading of transactions. Yeah. But he said that 3 different people applied for the Section 205 of the cell phones of the people that were in the house. Boonstram and 2 other people. So the judge said that normally in a criminal trial, when you request the document, you write a letter to the prosecutor to say that you're requesting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that was in 1971. Right now, in 2024, and looking at this case and the fact that every day you are in court, you can't expect people to be writing emails when they know that they'll be seeing each other the following day.
Yes.
As long as it was on the record and communicated, that should suffice. Why is it that not enough?
Oh, it's not enough when you need to defend the indefensible. You start calling small issues into order just because you feel like you need to do your job or to seem like you are doing your job that you were hired for, if you get me.
And he said, and you hand over to him and he signs that he has received it. So Baloyi would have to sign that I have received this email. Where exactly would he have time to do all of that with what he is embroiled in currently? He's looking for a statement, Section 205's affidavits. Now he has to sign over in agreement that I have received. Why are you complicating the process? And then so that he can bring an application like Mr. Mgomezulu, he was saying that Mgomezulu is now saying that this is an unfair trial. Trigger words of Judge Ratha Mkwatleng is prejudice and unfair trial. Once you say those words, you have activated anger in him.
That is not even to say it's. If you look at it, why they keep on saying that, why he feels triggered when such information is being given, or such information is being passed. Because the judgment, in my opinion, is already there. So once you keep on calling it out, it's like you are already killing that judgment because you are sort of anticipating the wrongdoing. So you must never do that because you are killing the vibe.
Well, the judge said, well, you see, when you are talking in corners, this court is not revised. You'll be producing a letter dated 2014 and saying, here is the letter. Then it makes sense to me. Maralento yama koneni. I can't adjudicate it. So he's saying that he can't adjudicate matters that they've discussed without him, without being in court. He say he can only, but they've been saying it in court in front of you, Judge. Where have you been? Well, Baloyi then said, my lord, I can't mention that all this information was provided previously in the form of a disc. The one my colleagues said they couldn't decipher. But Hong Advocate Baloyi, why are you providing information in discs in 2023, 2024, when you know well that laptops of today no longer have disc players? And he's saying it as if it's something good that he's done, providing discs. The judge continued to make excuses for the state by saying that even you, Mr. Baloyi, when you finish the defense with any document, you write a letter to say, kindly receive here with A, B, C, D, E, F, G. How many times have you stood up to say, I have given the defense the documents? And then they stand up to say, no, we don't have it. We just received it yesterday. So Baloyi said that it's in fact to make them sign for the receipt of them. So the judge said, yes, that is how a trial is conducted. And he asked what else is amiss. And Kutua Mshwana has already testified. And the judge was attempting to stretch it now by expecting the state to have already given the defense a Section 205 form from Boonstra. And he was disappointed when he asked if the affidavit from Boonstra had already been furnished, and Baloyi said it forms part of the bundle, my lord.
That's when you know it's not there.
Not been furnished.
That's when you know it's not there. It's a glass
well,
left at home to make a house look good.
Khumalo said that he still had not received the affidavit of Brigadier Gininda, the authorization of the affidavits from the service provider and the authorization from the judge or the magistrate, not the judge, the magistrate. So the judge asked if he had written a letter. Khumalo said that it was raised in court. It was raised on several occasions. I'm like, yeah. I saw him roll his eyes. I was like, for the first time, Khumalo is standing his ground.
You see, the problem is that you might mistake Khumalo for
A weakling.
a weakling. He's not. He just chooses his battles.
He chooses his battles.
And most of the time, they are based on facts.
I bona bamugivile mo. He rolled his eyes like, for the first time he was speechless. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. So Khumalo said that he has also not received the affidavit from the service provider requesting the analysis. It is drafted to the service provider. The judge asked if Mr. Baloyi knew about that. Why was he not listening last week while Khumalo was explaining exactly what he needed from the state? Why did he decide to
Because
close
it
his
was
ears?
not, it didn't matter.
Well, Khumalo said that the authorization is from the magistrate, explaining again, as well as the affidavit from the service provider, that he did receive the request from the investigating officer. And the judge asked Mr. Baloyi if he's aware of that, and Baloyi said that indeed this is a part of the information that they would be finishing quickly. So it's very interesting that Manda said that they were ready to continue even though all of these documents had not yet been provided.
Right. Let us remind you of our one-on-one relationship. Like the video, view the video, then many relationship. Comment as many times as you can. It is important for us to do what we need to do before the morning gang. Now, some people are suggesting that we stop and whatnot. We're not going to do that because we trust you guys that it's an honest mistake that you forgot to like the video.
Yes.
So let us push the video, guys. Let us push it as hard as we can. Push that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Share if you normally share. Do anything that you can do. I know some of you have bigger pages than us. You assist us in sharing. I think sharing is really helping this video. So guys, please like the video, share the video, do anything that you need to do that is right about this video.
Well, Mshololo did not want to say much. All she said that she was ready for what the state wanted to finish today. And Mr. Mnyeki said that he's also in the same boat. The judge tried to make ask Mnyeki some joke. Ati, do you know a movie called Move the Boat to Chila or something like that? And Mnyeki was like, okay, I need to focus on what I'm doing. And he did not catch it at all. He didn't want it. He brushed him off.
He's not a laughing type. I have never seen him. Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
I some Ratha. People don't want to laugh at these jokes anymore. They don't. Well, Mnyeki was like, you know what? He proceeded to speak on what he had received, and he was saying he received 3 bundles and he does not know what is in those bundles and what is not. It's not compiled, sorted out like the state was claiming that they were going to do over the last couple of days. It did not look like that to Mnyeki. And the judge asked what was supposed to happen today. And Mr. Mgomezulu said that he was under the impression that they were going to receive the documents and then consult with their clients. And the judge asked if Mr. Baloyi is going to finish all the documents today, all of them, so that tomorrow we could perhaps continue. But then tomorrow, of course, it's a holiday. And Baloyi said that they can start on Thursday. And he said that the bank evidence was complete. The bank evidence, Mr. Anonymous, is complete. They would carry on with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly how when the defense has not consulted with their clients, I don't know, but he was ready, and Anosibanda, to come and bore us with bank transactions of 3 rand 40 and 4 rand 48 and 600 and buying 12 rand airtime and all of that kind of stuff. Ramusipili said that as Sibanda was addressing the court about the bank documents, he said that he requested the Standard Bank account details pertaining to accused number 2. And he had just been told by Baloyi that information from the bank is to the effect that the requested documents fall outside of the period that the bank should keep the records. So they don't have the details of that Standard Bank account.
Where did all of you have banks, right?
Yes.
Where do they specify in your contract with them saying that we can only keep information up to this point?
No.
All I know with FNB, for example, is that they give you 3 months bank statements, and then the others you pay for them. The new one, like the current one, like now it's May. You're gonna have May, you're gonna have April, then you're gonna have March. Then if you want to go back further, then you have to pay for that.
You have to pay for it, but you can still access it.
Yes.
Well, they don't have the Standard Bank. But you have a period where you cut off. Yes, I don't know. So yes, he was saying that he had not yet taken instructions as well from his client regarding that information that he just found out. Mind you, this is an account that host claimed that he found in Tanzi's contacts. Remember that account number?
Yeah.
And he said that they look for it, and that account number is indeed belonging to Tanzi. Now the question is, Mr. Host, how did you come to that conclusion?
You use what do you call true call. Right, but look, it's funny that Capitec can keep information such as 2014 information, which is a smaller bank than Standard Bank.
Yes,
And
but Standard Bank cannot. Bombastic side eye.
That's not true. I will advocate for Standard Bank because I've interacted with them at some point. Maybe I still do. God knows, but
people have got bonds of houses for 20 years.
Yes.
50.
There is no such thing. It's just putting a bad word image for them to say that they lose information at a certain time, which is not what they actually say in their documents when you're signing.
Mushololo said that she does not think that it will serve the purpose to consult with their clients if they have not received all the documents. And she said that this will mean that they would rather have to consult in a piecemeal fashion. And she was not ready to do that. And the judge assured them that Mr. Baloyi said that they would be receiving all the documents today. And Baloyi assured him, saying that indeed, my lord. And Shololo recommended.
Do you know that when they appeared in Boxback, the issue of documents and whatnot was the reason they had to adjourn up until November from October. We still have that problem up until today.
Wow.
These people, what they want us to believe is that they are not doing anything else other than this case, because every day they have homework.
Wow.
Every day they literally have homework.
Yes. Now that I'm seeing the bail of the AKA and Tips case, and I look back to the bail application of these two, of these 5 accused, akuhlangani at all. That bail application was something else. at the box back court, specifically that one.
They didn't even want them to speak. You're not gonna
that one
speak.
was something
You're not
else.
gonna speak to me. That's how the judge was sounding.
That one was something else.
You
Out
cannot
of this
address
world.
me.
The state did not even have to prove his case at all against the 5 accused. At all. To say these are the reasons why they should not be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We pulled this bank account, we found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like what is happening with AK and Tip's case, for example. It didn't happen there.
No.
While Mshololo recommended for the defense to wait until the state is finished with or finish them with whatever that they were finishing them with, and they can take it from there. All the defense counsel agreed with her, and they postponed it to Thursday. The judge said that it is not true that during the holidays there are no consulting hours. He even had to consult on Christmas at some point because Ramasipili was saying that he was told that at Koshimampuru, where accused number 2 is
there were
at,
no rights at
there
the
are
time.
no consulting hours.
There were no rights at the time. You could do as you wish with someone who's kept on custody.
Yes.
This man is still applying the same logic.
They said that holidays are for sentenced prisoners only, for them to get visits, and there's no legal consultation for public holidays. And the judge asked why they did not bring a court application. For what? For what? Why must they bring a court application?
Mm-hmm.
Ramasipili said that it's an idea. No, Ramasipili, you don't have to do that. You do not work on holidays, and it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, you could have said it. Oh, sorry. Holidays are important to
You have
me.
a family.
I have a family.
You've got responsibilities.
Much as,
you need time off. When
yes.
are you gonna get time off? Le busy usasanga ka di holiday. No.
Because Ratha kumsebenzi is done in any case. Judgment could be there. For
You
all I
know.
know. Alleged.
Come on now. Then Baloyi said that the affidavit of Kennel Hose has been made available, so they can start on Thursday with the affidavit of Kennel Hose. And he said that the bank documents are also ready. He said that the only thing that is outstanding is the Section 205s that they have already been provided in a disc from last year. They are just trying to give them again in a documentary form and just neatly trying to package for his learned friends and try and understand them much easier. Mshololo said that for herself, she does not need Section 205 from Colonel Hose. She needs a Section 205 from the service provider.
And he was shot down. She was shot down. The judge.
Mshololo is not having it, Chef. Mshololo said that she does not know because he is not from any service provider. He's a police officer, because the judge was asking her, where does Hose get that Section 205 from? And then asked Mr. Baloyi if he gets it from the service provider. Is that not so? Now Baloyi was changing the story now. He said that he thought that he had explained to Mshololo so many times that the request is made to the service provider. The service provider sends it to the central point where all the investigators get their information from. Then it gets distributed. So kulunga nge central point, manch.
I think, Jillian, do they mean to say that the system of SAPS is connected to the system of banks?
That's what he made it sound like. And he said it's not sent directly to the investigating officer. In my speculation, it's not there, ne? It's not there, ne, Baloyi? Come on, come clean. Be honest. It's not there, ne? Be honest. Like, just be brave. It's not there. Right? Asasi. Well, the judge said that it is how he understands the procedure. No service provider gives you documents across the counter.
So
Never.
even the judge also, it was
He
connected.
agrees
It was connected to
the
the central
something.
data. Even during his time. Generous banks.
I I don't know what they're talking about. And I don't understand why they're making everything sound so complicated now when Advocate Mshalala simply wants a Section 205 and an affidavit. I don't understand why
if they are saying
things are
that,
sounding so complicated.
if they are saying that person did that, then that person must come and testify to that effect.
Yes.
That's
And
simple
even
as
the
that.
person from the bank
Yes.
must come and testify.
I'm talking about that one
Yes.
who just press the button and everything just went
and
through.
release the information of the bank like that too easy without needing any Section 205s, without needing any affidavits. They just release the information of the bank like that.
No, they didn't say there's no Section 205 that is required. What they are saying is that they do start by applying for Section 205. And then there's this connection, in my opinion, with the bank system. Then once everything is done, straight, no one has to touch it. It
All
goes
right.
straight to the
But
central system.
we need a testimony of that to help us understand, because we don't. Now, I don't. Just when I thought everything was done and dusted, Mr. Anonymous, then the interpreter gave a wonderful speech about him leaving. I was caught off guard. He said, "May I take this opportunity and thank everyone that has welcomed me in this court to such a big case. I'm so humbled, and ladies and gentlemen, emotionally so. I am leaving. I will not be interpreting in this case anymore, as I have got another offer somewhere else." Congratulations, by the way, to him, sir. And thank you so much, even to the accused, he said. He thanked the accused for allowing him to interpret for them, and to all the defense in the state, he said, "Thank you. I am much so humbled, and may this case proceed, and let's see the end of this case." I was like, yeah, but Mr. Interpreter. I was so caught off guard when I was like, what a speech. What a phenomenal moment. I stopped everything I was doing to listen to that speech. All the best to him. All the best to him. And the judge asked if he had noticed that he hasn't thanked the judge. And then he said he thanked the court. But yeah, good luck, Mr. Interpreter. I don't even remember his name, but good luck. He is one of the best interpreters. He keeps it short, summarizes. See, yeah, he's one of the rare breeds. So, good luck to him wherever he's going. And Mr. Anonymous, I don't know if I should speak on this or what, but I looked in Tanzi today.
Yeah.
He does not look okay. I don't know.
Okay.
I felt like he doesn't look okay.
What do you think?
I think he's sick. I don't know. And many other people kept saying it as well. I don't know. Can those who are close to him or can check on him, please? I don't know. Last time he was wearing a mask. And today, can somebody please check on him? Maybe he has a flu or something. I don't know. So yeah, that's basically it, you guys. So now we can move on to Kandis Starr.
Yeah.
We can move on to Kandis Starr.
Okay.
And hear what she has to say about this whole ruckus of a case that has us on a chokehold. Let's hear what Kandis had to say. She's a spiritual medium.
I know many people are gonna say,
why are you guys including this?
why wait for this long to actually come and say this? But my answer would be exactly what she's saying. This case is not the child's play. Spiritually, in my opinion, it's not a case that you can just, it's not something that you can just talk about.
No.
No, you have to, yeah.
And I can speak because I'm also on the other app. So what has been happening is that Kandis Starr has been doing readings for public figures, especially with regards to South Africa and these public figures we've lost recently. I remember he did one on Costa Stitch, and then people started recommending that he does the reading on AKA and also Anele Tembe. And then after Anele Tembe and AKA's reading, a lot of people were now asking for Senzo Meyiwa's case, and that's how she ended up giving in.
Yeah. So for those who want to check the originality and everything, please go to her channel.
Yes, it's Kandis Starr.
Yeah, Kandis Starr.
Yes, she has a YouTube channel here as well. And she's an American psychic who connects or communicates with spirits of the deceased.
Right. So now that we are done with that,
Nakhumbula ngithi ngicela isangoma esijulile. Well, we couldn't find one in South Africa. It came in the form of an American psychic. And now I want to hear what she has to say. I want to hear
we
it.
will hear, we will pause, we will talk on it. We will keep on hearing everything that was said that is important. Like that means it's not going to be a free flow video. It's going to have pause there and there if we have something to say.
Okay.
Yes.
Senzo Meyiwa. I'm in a house, like a home. I can see like a living room area. And then behind that, I can see like a kitchen. The kitchen. There's multiple energies. Hold on. Definitely Senzo. I believe this will be Kelly. I feel like there's another energy that's attached to Kelly. I'm being shown like the front door. And there's a lot of, I'm just going to call it dark energies at this moment. And there's definitely some dark energies on the opposite side of the door. Okay, that's different. Hold on. I can see, I'm getting like two different perspectives. I think he's showing me his perspective, what he's seeing, but I'm also seeing like her perspective of what she's seeing. That's different. Hold on. Oh, I don't know what to get into first. Oh, it's heavy. I'm definitely getting a playa. That's what I'm hearing. Like playa, like cake and eat it too. I want my cake and I want to eat it too. I want your cake too. And I'm going to eat that too. Oh my, okay. So on her end, like he's feeling I want my cake and eat it too. And she's feeling like if I can't have you, nobody can. Rumors of what? Hold on. Breaking up. Can you clarify that? Whoa. Oh. So that's a lot of information. How do I put that into words? Hold on. Oh my. I'm not sure how to put this into words. At first it was like saying basically make me feel like I'm saying to you that I want to break up with him, but that's not actually the case. I feel like that's a throw off. I feel like this is gonna get me in some trouble. Oh wow. There's nothing writing. Okay.
What is that? I clicked the wrong button.
But anyway, talking about what she's saying there.
What is that?
Player, like the one I could pick up is that it's not even a secret that Senzo Meyiwa was a player. Even his mom did say it in the documentary that he did like women. He loved women. And when it comes to the reading that she's picking up with regards to the relationship, he's a player and the other girlfriend is saying, if I can have you, no one else can. Did you pick that up?
Yeah, I did pick that up.
If I can't have you, no one else can.
Okay.
I think we've kind of seen that energy coming through
Senzo Meyiwa.
from particularly Kelly. Understand? She was not willing.
I feel like people are so dead.
So, I was thinking about the video of who was doing that interview, of what, like, was trying to explain how he views Kelly. It was that. Is it a documentary or what?
I think it's the documentary, the spiritual element.
Where he was talking about how Kelly got into a competition, and I think he was number 2 on that competition.
It was in the documentary, but I don't remember who was speaking. On
It was
the
a guy.
Or isn't it Bonsai?
Hey,
think
there's
it's
someone
Bonsai.
was where
He was one of the judges in that competition, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So he was saying that she wasn't happy to be number 2. She wanted to win the competition. The competition was won by someone else. It's the Crux Gospel competition. I think it happened in somewhere like 2003, 2004. It was a TV program that was about gospel things, music, culture. And then Kelly Khumalo entered and everything was going well. It looked promising, like she was going to win. And then the next moment in the finale, the other performer outperformed her. And she was very disappointed. In fact, it showed in her face. I think they even played the footage in the documentary. It showed in her face how disappointed she was. Yeah, she doesn't like being number 2. She wants to be number 1, allegedly.
And but that's the energy that she gives most of the time.
Very competitive.
When you listen to her, even when this thing was about Senzo, she still says Senzo was nobody without me.
Yes,
There was
she's
no
saying she
Senzo
was
without.
bigger than
Yeah.
Senzo, according to her.
She has portrayed those elements of being competitive and not wanting to lose, to be number 2.
Yes. So even in a man she entered who has a wife, she still wanted to be number 1.
That's how you could view it. Because, I mean, there was incidents where she fought. No side chick is allowed to fight for a man.
They fight. Side chicks, they fight.
You are not, you're supposed to run for your life.
No, not this one. This one came in with the sister. Mama. They beat up the wife. Allegedly. Allegedly.
All right, let's continue.
That on, choosing sides and just wanting to believe what they want to believe, right? And I get that. It's your free will. It's your choice. But I just feel like this information is going to make a lot of people mad at me when I don't even want to say it. Oh my God. Okay, first thing I heard was it was premeditated. His passing, allegedly, was premeditated. Here. Okay. This Kelly girl, she made a deal with literally, she's into stuff. This Kelly girl's into some dark energy work. And she made a deal. And in that deal, there must be a sacrifice. Not only is she in the things, but she knows a lot of people. She's in the dark things behind the curtain. Ugh. I feel like she has like a room in her home. And then within that room, there's like this extra place. Like, it's dark stuff she does in there. Oh my gosh. the prayers that she prays for is not your typical prayers, okay? This feels like some definite Mamadi, okay? We're not allowed to say that here, but some Mamadi stuff for fame, fortune. Let me go back to these men, because it's like there's this set of bad people, which I would feel like it's representing the Mamadi. You know what I'm saying? But then there's another group of people, more street, more hood, that she knows and she's involved with.
This is where I pause.
This is some scary stuff.
Right.
When she means Mumu Mamadi, we cannot say the word on this app.
We can't.
We are not supposed to. Guys,
No.
don't say it. Don't even put it in the comments. You're gonna put our channel in disrepute. Please don't do it.
No.
Please. I beg you, please. Yeah.
So-
this is according to the psychic. I have no words.
So it talks about these groups of people. Music-wise, where was Kelly signed when she was?
At the time when she was dating Senzo, it was with Chico.
Okay, and then
Chico's recording company.
where is she now?
Universal Music Group.
And how many artists are there?
It's an international recording company. It's
South
huge,
African
it's
artists.
big.
How many artists are there?
There's a couple. I can only think of her right now. And who else? Guys, help me out in the comments section.
I
Who
know
else is-
Kuzani is there,
Oh, Kuzani is also there.
I think.
There's
Not sure.
also
Just,
some piano artists who are there signed to Universal.
so
as well.
they don't just sign anyone. They
No.
sign
You
few
have to be
select.
big. You have to be huge. You have to be.
Yeah, okay. And then it talks about the other group of guys who are,
That are street.
it's street hood, from the hood.
Street hood type
Hood
of
guys,
people
yes.
that she's involved with, allegedly.
And now I think you understand where this is going, in my own opinion. Yeah.
And then they're saying she has a room, allegedly.
Wasn't that shown somewhere?
No, what I remember, it's been a while since I watched the reality show, but what I remember from the reality show is her wanting to make an altar in her house because she needed to do a ceremony of some sort. I remember her getting things that are traditional, the pots and stuff. That's briefly what I remember from the show way back. I think 2020 or 2019, season 1, season 2, somewhere there. Guys, help me out to watch a show.
So there are two groups.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's continue. Mamumanat.
Sure. Otherwise, we call them the
I feel like first she made a deal, and it got her to a certain level. But that's not the level she wants to be. She wants to be up here. Energy is so strong. Oh my. She does some dark practices in her spare time. I would almost call her like high ranking in these practices, but nobody's higher than God, okay? Let's just put that down first. I hear there's gonna be a lot of people mad at me for this, and I'm just telling you exactly the energies that I'm feeling. And I apologize if you can't handle that. I do see a payout. I want to say like 20 to 30. I believe in South Africa that would be Ren. Okay, and that was.
So this is like $20,000 to $30,000 is now estimated to be around $300,000 to $500,000. So at 2014, it would depend on how much the rand was to the dollar. but maybe it was around your 200 to 400. Because I think it was around 14 rands or something like that. Right now it's like 19, 20 rands. So
I hear people saying that.
that's a lot of money.
I hear people saying that Tembi can crack this. What do you think?
I think she can. Watching from her show, she goes deep. Spiritual issues, high, even on things that are hidden. I mean, Tembi so far is the only medium who can get in your space and tell you that you're not being bewitched. The problem is this. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What about the powers, the spirituals that are there? What about those?
Hey, when it comes to this Mumumi Mari, I haven't seen her tackle such a case before. That would be a challenge because we haven't seen her with that. I've only seen American psychics work on that. There's also another one, Slow.
Who are free to speak on that.
Yes, they are spiritually strong to speak on it because they fully understand it. And of course, it comes from there, right? So they fully understand it and they are not afraid of it. But us over here in South Africa, we are still very much afraid. We don't understand.
Supposed to be split up amongst different people that came. Not sure how many, but there's quite a few. Okay, so from his point of view, he's trying to protect her. From her point of view, the emotion is, oh my God, this is it. It's going down. It's time. She was scared. I feel like there was talking. It almost feels like they broke a door in, pushed the door in, start yelling, but shoot. After the first shot, bam, I hear conversating, like yelling, loud conversating. I feel like he can hear what's going on, but he's injured bad. He's injured very, very injured. Oh. Something about, hold on, there's something about this conversation after he was shot. There's something about, how do I explain that? It feels like we have to do this one more time so that we could say this, so it looks more believable. Oh, there's something about this moment. I just don't know all the facts to like put it all together. So he's laying down. Something else has to happen in their mind. They're conversating about this to make it look more sufficient, I want to say, I think. There's something about this moment that's very important. I have to get it. There's something. They're conversing about something. A big moment. I just spilled my coffee. There's a big moment after he's laying there. He's already been, boom, right? There's another, is it another shot? Did somebody else get hit? There's something else about this moment that they spoke about over him. Like he's laying there and they're speaking about it. Like, do it one more time. Did they shoot him twice? Maybe it's not. I feel like I can't continue unless I get this part correct, and I can't. I could do this. They're talking above him. He's on the ground. And she's speaking to the men loudly. They're all very filled with adrenaline. They're speaking very loud. And I feel like they're saying, we have to do this so it fits this scenario even more. Like it brings it all together. Now, I don't know if it's actually worked or not, but she's still free, right? She's not locked up, right? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure she's not. Like, why is she not locked up? Because people are being paid. There are people being paid off within the court system. Somebody in the court system I'm hearing, oh boy. don't know if it's the judge. I don't know if it's the judge, but there's somebody it's almost like a desk that they're standing behind. So I don't know if this is a judge or like an attorney, but there's people being paid under the table. There's people being paid for the job, yes, but there's other people, or it might be the same energy, that takes payments knowing they're lying. On and on and on and on and on. That's what they're paying for. Dragging it out, possibly. Oh, I just feel like some of this information I should not know. Like, I should not.
Shut the front door. What? They're dragging it out. What? Isn't that what we are experiencing and feeling? It's a drag. It's a drag. We are tired as a nation.
I see many people saying that. How can you speak English?
Explain. I've been to seers who spoke a different language.
Yeah.
And
You can. I
my
can go
business.
to a Tsonga speaking person
Yes.
now. You will be able to.
I have been in such a situation where they speak what is being said, and I agree with what they are saying because I've heard it, but they are saying it in their own language. But I'm not speaking that language.
Yeah.
I have been in that situation before.
Yes.
And similar to other people maybe who may be of different tribes, and you go and see a seer who speaks mhlambi Swati. Are you trying to tell me that that seer now is supposed to speak to you
in your language?
in your language?
No, not at all. They can. By the way, and also there are people who can pick. People. Is it this thing of people being able to say things? Even fake prophets. Some of them.
Yes.
They use that spirit.
Yes.
They can actually tell you what you ate.
Yeah, spot on.
Spot on. They can.
They
They
never
can.
miss.
They can tell you the color of your house. Indeed, they can, without them knowing it.
Yes.
If they have that spirit, others obviously they rely on people to spy on you and then be able to tell you. That's a different story. But others, I was at some point part of Zion people. You can tell. Besides the city, umuntu nomoya wepo.
Weibo.
Yeah.
A person has a spirit of ghosts.
Yes. That's why. Laba abana lo moya ne.
Yes.
Obabona be propheta more at night. At night towards the morning, early morning, around 3. Manine school. They will prophet. They'll be on fire. But during the day,
Nothing.
they can hardly say anything.
It's lights out.
I know someone who bought that spirit.
Bought it. What
Yeah,
do you
you
mean?
buy it.
What do you mean buy?
You can have it actually. You can be able to see what people.
What?
You buy it.
You be like an ordinary person who has no
No,
such-
nothing. Yes.
You can buy
They
such
go
a
and
spirit.
buy it.
Wow.
And they come back prophesying everything. I'm talking
To the
about the
T.
painful leg. They can tell you have a painful leg here, and your mother is. Normally, they like using names. Those ones they call people by names. You see, mostly fake, bought spirits. They like calling people by names, and not wrong names, correct names.
Correct names.
But they like doing that.
They're showing off.
Yeah, it's a show off. They like doing. They don't miss doing that most of the time. Who is Sbongile? Who's Sbongile? Hey man, I see Sbongile.
Spongile is my friend.
Oh, Sbongile is my
Sbongile, my
neighbor.
friend.
Yes, they like doing that.
Hey guys, we
Where-
have been through a lot.
Where I grew up, we used to call that thing umhlahlo. Okusho ukuthi uyoshawa ngeshoba, meaning when we have lost cackles, for example, and we suspect it's Emmy, we would all go to one sangoma who's certified to do that. No, not just random people.
Right.
It was normally one sangoma in one area who's capable of ukushaya ngeshoba. Uma kuthi ukushaya ngeshoba, that thinking that he has, that tail, he hits you with it, or they hit you with it, to say it's you who stole those cows or stole what. To isangoma sekushaya ngeshoba bese emhlahlweni isangoma sakushaya ngeshoba. That's what used to happen. But in nowadays it's a free thing, like everyone just has that gift.
Okay.
Because you can buy this thing these days.
Okay, yeah.
I want to buy a hamba. In a sense, you can call it Uktwala, in a sense. You can call it
have a lot of these people. They are everywhere. They are everywhere now. It's hard to tell who's real and who's not. It's very difficult.
Oh. This lady got connections in dark places with dark people, but I wouldn't call them dark people. I would call them dark energies. These are dark energy people. All she cares about is fame.
My
Oh. Ooh. Oh my, hold on, because I spilled this, so I can't really Oh, I know why they're gonna be so mad at me. Oh, Kandis. Oh my god. Her fans have been put under a spell, like hypnosis almost. Like, it feels like she can do no wrong. That's what I feel like. I can do no wrong. Like, that's what I feel like. Like that's the freaking spell. She's hypnotized her fans through her music. It's crazy. It's crazy because I don't even know if she actually does music, but that's what Spirit just said. She hypnotizes her fans through music. Like, I don't know any of her songs. I don't, have South African news. You know what I'm saying? Or music that pops up. I don't even listen to music. If I do, it's like Ariana Grande. Oh my god, this is creepy. Okay. I gotta clean this up. Don't he have a wife? I wonder if I can pick up anything with her. I don't know her name, but I know she's connected to him. So if we have Senzo here, Kelly here. Let's try here. Senzo's wife. Okay, so I immediately feel like he's always been a player, because I heard that again. I feel like in the beginning, it really bothered her. I feel like they've been together for a while. And he's done it for a while. And I just feel very nonchalant. Like, he's gonna do what he's gonna do, but as long as he's taking care of home. I feel like he does take care of home. In a sense. She's just like, I feel like she's been so...
Is that Emily?
What's up? What did I get? I'm just listening. I'm playing this whole thing in my head, especially with regards to what I caught with the whole, these people, they had adrenaline and they were speaking so loud, and she's saying that we have to do this in order for this scenario, even more, like bring it together. I'm thinking perhaps she's alluding to the tampering of the scene and the tampering with the evidence, the whole cleaning up that took place, the alleged cleaning up that took place by Mapiri, the whole narrative around the crime scene itself.
Yeah, people, I mean, I hear your analysis. People don't believe that people buy these spirits.
Guys,
have you ever heard of what we call izizwe?
Oh, you guys were not watching us while we were reviewing.
That's
why.
it's funny because I have a family
have
member
talked about these
that has izizwe, where someone would actually be working in Joburg. Our forefathers used to work in Joburg. They would go and get izizwe and put them in their wives, to such an extent that when they come back and if they have cheated, they would just fall down and have a trance and they start telling on themselves. I'm talking about something that is
I've
practical.
heard this before. It shocks me every time, but yes, I've heard
Yeah,
of it before.
I have seen it with my own
You've
eyes.
seen it with your own eyes.
I'm not talking about
Where
something I've
the
heard.
woman will just collapse and be like, I slept with so and so.
Yes,
There was even a show.
you tell on
where
yourself, and when you wake
one
up,
person wanted to do that to their wife
Yeah.
in Istanbul.
when you wake up, you cannot
Polygamous marriage.
remember what you have said. It's done. It happened on the other side. When you are back here, you don't remember. You'll be asking people, what happened? Why are you all here?
Wow.
And you start speaking in tongues like sango mayana. If someone might mistake.
That's why there was a time where people who had this thing put on their mizis, where they would be mistaken for people who have a colleague.
Yes.
Because when they fall, they do that. They're like
Not only.
Sangom.
No, you are talking about something that you've had. I've had a family member who at some point was taken for Indwaso for like 2 years. And even today, that person is not a Sangom. He's still alive. She's still alive. I'm talking about someone who's alive.
Sure.
I'm not talking about hearsay. I'm talking about someone who is alive. Who went to Sangoma there by the family. I mean, I'm not even, I can call the family, Malinga family. We used to send food there. All the monies were chowed and everything. But that person never twasted.
And then for those who don't believe that these spirits can be bought, guys, have you seen what is happening in the Pentecostal church movement, prosperity gospel?
No, it's difficult to believe it when
prophesy type of churches.
I don't want you to go there because it's difficult when you are inside.
Okay.
Luckily, for some, we're born with certain spirits of discernment and are able to see who was fake, who was not fake. But others, they shame. Bayangena, bapume. Oh God, that pastor, go
So
deeper.
powerful
Yes.
man of God.
Yes.
He could even see the onion in my fridge.
Yes.
Oh, he can see that pastor.
Once he can connect
He
to
can
your
see
spirit,
everything.
he can tell you
He
everything.
even told me what I've been through 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Careful.
I'm telling you, I've seen this thing. When we talk about them, some of us it's closer because we have seen them. If someone can put what we call ipoliani on some woman, ipoliani is a different spirit together. That one can fetch a woman wherever it. If I like you, amen, and I see what you are differing with me, ngufaka ipoliani. Uphuma la endlini ukhala uthwala izandla ekhanda uzuyongena ekhaya.
What Mr. Anonymous means is that with the Pollyanna spirit,
It's a different spirit. All I'm trying to say,
it takes
these
you to
things
the
are
person
bought.
who's trying to court you. They
Hey.
call you with that spirit. You will go crying to
No, these
them
things
and
are bought,
professing
guys.
love.
These things are bought. It's
I forbid such a spirit. Yes,
Hey, this-
in the mighty name.
It's not about it. I'm trying to show you many examples. Some of you maybe might know that. So when people believe certain people, but they choose not to believe others, it's the same thing. It's the same. It's you can now. We can call someone if they agree. I can call someone and say, "Can you please come tell us what happened in that house?" Unfortunately, we don't want to do that because when you do that, next thing, Nati, we are those people.
And guys, Nimzwile talking about the music. That how some of y'all are zombified.
Yeah, most of you.
Didn't that creep you out?
Even myself, I think I've been zombified because there's a person I follow, but I don't understand why when you look at the talent around. Let's continue. This person has been calling. Let's continue.
Okay, let's continue so that we give them a chance.
Traumatized from all the cheating, but like she don't want to leave because she feels like it's a good thing that she has with him, but at the same time, she don't want to let him go because it puts her in a better position. So she stays, but she lets him do whatever he want to do. I think she was also seeing somebody on the side, allegedly. But it took years for her to do that. Very nonchalant, not phased. Like if somebody would say, "Hey, I saw your man cheating," she won't even have blinked because she's like, "I know, I already know that." She's so nonchalant, like she truly don't care because I feel like everything's taken care of. That's the mind frame I'm getting. Because somebody asked me, "Kandis, do you think she set Kelly up?" I don't. She's so nonchalant. She already got the prize. She's married to him. This was like a real sacrifice for fame and fortune. This was an offering. His life was an offering. It's only part of the drawing because the other pen was not drawing at all. I hope, if nothing else comes from this video, that at least I can alert you to snap out. If you're one of the people that have been put under this spell or under this hypnosis, whatever you want to call it, that I can at least snap you out of that. Because nobody should be put under any spell or hypnosis without their consent, number one. And consent is not hiding something in the fine print. You understand? Or hiding something in a vibration or frequency within the music. That's deceptive. Here we go. I just feel like I'm going to be so spiritually attacked now because of this reading. And I might have to take some time to think if I really want to post this. Again, I already know there's going to be a lot of people mad at me. But put your big girl or big boy panties on, okay? It is what it is. I can't help it. The energy is there. And I told you what energies I feel. And I can literally see it from both perspectives. That's so creepy. She was a little bit in shock when everything was happening, and it was just because she couldn't believe she was actually going through with it. I think she was fighting with herself for a little while about it, and then he must have did something or said something to her that made her finalize it. Like, yeah, this is my decision, yes. I'm seeing a bag, almost like a duffel bag. What is that? It almost feels like there's money or something valuable inside the bag. She definitely knows the people that came there. She definitely knows them. Like she spoke to them before. She knows these people. She may not know, but she spoke to these people. It may have been she knows somebody that they know, that they hooked her up with them, like a triangle. They contact her. She tell them what they want. There was money. There's gonna be at least 20 to 30. Getting 20 to 30, and I want to say $1,000. Not sure how much that will be in South Africa. Like their money, I don't know, but I'm feeling $20,000 to $30,000 to be split amongst people that all helped bring this together. But I'm also seeing extra money throughout a long period of time within this court system. This court system is so corrupt. Oh my God! Like I know which one isn't, but money talks. Money talks. Oh, guys, don't hate the messenger, okay? Hate the player. Don't hate the game. Or one of those things. Look, don't hate me. Look, I didn't do this. I spilled my coffee all over. I think we're gonna try to disconnect.
So let me ask you something.
Yes, I'm looking at the chat. You guys are ruthless.
After reading from I don't know this person.
Yeah.
But I cannot move far from what she's saying. Okay.
I saw someone commenting
so
there.
my question is, the previous readings, maybe you guys know. Other
Well, I
readings.
know with some of the readings that she's done, a very interesting one was of the a young lady, Lesego, who's disappeared since I think 2022. She had a huge TikTok following and a TikTok account, and she's from Bloemfontein. She just disappeared on her way to work. She was working at McDonald's, and TikTok followers know her as the TikTok comedian because she used to do all these funny expressions on TikTok with the cartoon animations and whatnot. She was a very beautiful, pretty girl. And how she was narrating what happened to that girl broke my heart. I could not help but believe that that is what happened to that girl, because to this day, we are now in 2024, she's still missing. She hasn't been found. And how she was narrating how there's a possibility that she could have been, I can't say the word, but she's possibly in another country. It just felt so real how she was describing how she was taken. And I think that for me was the first video. I was like, okay, maybe she's worth checking out if she's going through all these cases in South Africa that are complicated. Let me give her a chance.
You wanted to hear more.
I wanted to hear more. But with regards to this case as well, there are some things that are aligning with the allegations that are out there.
But then what do you say about people who say this woman watches?
Or you think she had all this time? Pella, people have been requesting for you to go through and understand what is happening with the Senzo Meyiwa case. And if you were to do research, you'd need quite some time, because you still have to go back to 2014. You have to read a lot of things. You have to watch a lot of things. You have to watch the document. You have to watch this. You have to watch that.
It's a
And notice how whatever she's saying has nothing to do with the documentary.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's me who
that
got
is
that.
true. Okay, in all honest, even if I was to call a person tomorrow and say, I'm talking about someone I know for sure is not watching this case, and I say, okay, come tell us what happened in your own ways of being able to see. People won't believe it.
Yeah, they won't believe that person. It's always like that at the beginning. It's always, look at what happened to Advocate Defo. It's always like that. In South Africa, we believe.
Look at how long it took people to believe Defo. Ages after ages.
Yes.
There were people here
Yes,
in
who
this
were
chat.
fighting.
In this chat, who were fighting. Guys, I can say this for myself. If something is not right spiritually, I can almost feel it. In all honesty, I detected no lies. That's my 2 cents. Because someone who sent us this video,
is good at
someone who sent us this video wanted us to give our 2 cents. My 2 cents is that, as much as I don't know her, it's my first time seeing her. Well, no lies detected, and I don't think she's checking the stuff out.
online.
She might have seen it in passing, but she's not checking the stuff out. Like, she didn't.
Because
check
imagine
the stuff
how
out.
many would she have to keep up. Already she's done, I think, more than 5 cases connected to South Africa.
She's
So
talking
that would
about.
mean a lot
She's
of
talking about
reading
Senzo
and
speaking
research.
before his time inside the house to someone,
Yes.
and we were told that he was speaking until hospital, for example. There are many theories that have been put.
And how he was saying he was just laying there. He was just laying there. I saw a comment, I think it's from Bongani, who was saying, remember that Advocate Defo told us that there was a meeting.
Yes, that sat there for long. And remember the testimony of the neighbor who said he found him lying there.
And then when she said
Premeditation,
planned,
it's not talking about. I think many people got lost when he said
it was
these people might
premeditated.
have been known. Then people are like, okay, maybe they're accused. No, it's not the accused. In my opinion, is not talking about this accused. That's my opinion. But is probably talking maybe about someone who came with someone there. And do you remember what Ntogo said? When Longa came in, it was as if
shadow of death.
Do you understand that part? That's my opinion, obviously. I cannot say more. My opinion.
And what do you make of her saying Senzo was a sacrifice? Because we've heard the songs, 2 of them to be exact. One that her friend in the documentary described as a prophecy, as Sinne. He said it was like a prophecy. It was like she was preempting that something was going to happen to a man she loved, and then she would be accused.
What a prophetic way.
What a spot-on prophecy. Wow. And then another one, Ngatwala Ngai. Those songs.
Caesar, what is in the public is, did you know that as it is alleged that Senzo was speaking? Did you know that? In fact, how did you imagine how he passed away, in your own opinion? In my opinion.
I remember that guy in that documentary who said that he was speaking and he was struggling to speak and blood was coming. He needs to explain.
Why did he say that? That's where I'm going.
Where did he see?
Because he was
that's the
called.
only person I can think of.
Every time exactly. Every time they talk about this thing, I think of that. But the problem with that, the theory says, in fact, even the doctor said, he couldn't have lived for that long. That means that guy was speaking garbage. But in our head, that still sits. And that is something that is there out there in the public, isn't it?
Yes. It's in the documentary. It's there. And it has stuck in my head as well.
Yeah, every time I think of his last days, I think of that part where is it a player? That guy was a player.
Yes.
It was like he couldn't speak. He was like all the time. It's in a documentary.
And blood was coming out of his mouth.
That guy lied.
Said. Why did he lie though?
In my own opinion.
Why did you lie to us?
No, I'm not saying that he's lying. You can't say straight he lied. They are saying they took him to hospital. That's where he passed away. Those are people in the house.
Yes.
So
and he strengthened that
theory,
allegation and theory to say that
by
it
saying
did not happen in the
when
house.
he saw him, he was like Senzo, and then the guy was like, I couldn't speak.
So it means he was at the house while he was making it seem like he was at the hospital when that was happening. That's another problem I have. And when she says that
Mina, I'm from a very strong family blood. Don't worry about as I tell you, singahamba nawe sesangomeni sibuye siprofethe wena singazange singenze lutho mina. So I go lie. Don't worry.
I see the whole wanting to pin at Mandisa. She's also debunking it to say that Mandisa had nothing to fight for. She had won. She had gotten the ring. She's the one who was married. Although she revealed some of the information that is quite new to some of us.
I did suspect that information, though. I was suspecting it. I was suspecting it.
that she may have had her own.
Yeah, in my own opinion.
Because she was traumatized. How she's describing it is that she was traumatized by all the cheating that he was doing.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. It couldn't be that she was just chilling.
And also, she said she doesn't think that Mandisa set Kelly up. And it has weight in a sense that why cleaning up the scene? Why that allegation there? Why Mapiri? Why the mob? Why that affidavit that was read by Advocate Mshololo of a neighbor who was saying Mapiri mopped the floor, and we were asking Mapiri, why are you mopping the floor? And Mapiri said so that the people don't see that the people inside the house were consuming diluted waters. Do you remember that statement?
Yeah.
So why the cleaning up if you wanted her to be implicated and you believe that?
That's why I think that this theory
collapsed.
went left because that theory, when it came out, it gained momentum, and then Mandisa was, in my opinion, off the hook.
Hi guys, we could say a lot, but we choose not to because Lana is still a sensitive matter, but some of the things they are a bit connecting. Although she couldn't tell us who pulled the trigger, maybe she doesn't want to, because you can already sense that she's fearful of whatever energy spiritually.
That's why I'm saying no South African person has guts to come out and prophesy that. I'm telling you now. But if you listen a bit to Baga,
I'm tired.
No. In that sense, from the beginning, it's not. I don't intend to go deep to that, but I'm just saying, if you listen more on the perspective of knowing Kelly, you understand?
Oh, on his perspective of knowing Kelly, I'm okay with him at the documentary. At the other places, I just get.
Is it there in the documentary?
Yeah, he's there. He's there in the documentary talking about how powerful Kelly is spiritually and stuff. Hi, on the other social media platform, I can't keep up. I can't. I checked out a lot.
No, it's not about following him. I don't follow him. I just listen to that part.
I checked out a lot. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I was like, are you gonna tell us who pulled the trigger or not?
But you guys, I never understand you. You always want someone to tell you who pulled the trigger, and I'm here telling you that is not something that you just do.
Okay.
You can't just wake up and point at someone.
Okay.
Remember, there are laws. You can't wake up and say, so and so pulled. That's why when you go there, obviously you are now submitting yourself to that person.
So spiritually, it's a no.
You can know, but you cannot just say it.
Say the name.
That's why I don't take serious those people who call people's name. Once you call, people say, "Oh, prophet agulula bafethu." Prophet agulula. You can buy this thing and come back and prophet. Exactly.
Don't buy it, please.
No, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm just saying.
Don't buy it.
People say we believe you if you tell me the things I don't know. I can't. What if I buy and I come and tell you deep things that you don't know? Now, do you believe me? Would you give me your money? And that's how it's happening, because people
now
start
it's
giving
happening
money.
like that. Yes, people are going and believing and
In
giving
fact,
the money and wanting to be proper.
If I was to submit, Ubungoma was supposed to be like this. It leaves you with it gives you a bit of hint, and then it does not go deeper to such an extent that you come back
Yes, and then you want to revenge.
Yeah, so people now have been hypnotized by this Twitter, everything that is happening. You just watch and just sometimes
Entertainment.
But guys, you can call.
Hi guys, you can call in. Nah, I don't want to say a lot. I think what I've gotten is what I've gotten. I'll work with it. It's enough for me for now.
But okay, if you have money, take your money and go and ask. Tell us. Tell me. In my corner.
I understand that.
Zanzi, hello. Zanzi, hello.
Good morning, my lovely. How are you doing?
Morning,
Okay.
morning. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. I can see my sister is looking beautiful in her head turban. You look nice, Emily.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it.
Okay. Yes, it's beautiful. You look lovely. So I just want to make a quick comment and then just respond to two important things that Emily mentioned yesterday.
Yes.
The first thing that I want to say is that, Ratha made it quite clear today that he's not sitting on the fence. He's on the state side. It's obvious. When Gomezulu was addressing him, he didn't even maintain eye contact. I mean, he had his hand on his face as if he was annoyed or irritated, And then also, he has a very nonchalant attitude towards Baloyi's lackluster performance.
Yes.
Every time when Baloyi is in a pickle, he just tries to wiggle him out of the pickle.
Yes.
For instance, I mean, when he said Baloyi could have forgotten, trying to apportion the blame on the defense. I mean, that was disgusting. How can Baloyi forget when is this case not a priority to him?
It is.
Why would he be forgetting? Exactly. So yesterday, Emily asked a very important question. She said, why does the media not report or highlight some of these things that are happening in the court? And, my response to that, Emily, is that every media house, maybe a TV channel or newspaper, reports a story based on who owns the TV channel or newspaper and their political affiliation. A story is reported in a way that will influence public opinion to suit their agenda.
Yeah.
So mainstream media is not objective at all. Thank goodness that we no longer have to rely on them as the only source of information. I mean, we've got podcasts and platforms like Mzansi Reality. So they are no longer the gatekeepers of information. A layperson like myself can pull out their phone at a scene, take a video and post it on the internet for the public to form their own opinion. And my video can actually show a different perspective from that of a TV channel, And then the second thing that Emily mentioned was that there are clever blacks who are saying that we must keep quiet. Guys, there is nothing more dangerous than a black person who has access to the master's house. Even if they are not invited to the table to eat the pie and they sit on the floor of the kitchen waiting for leftovers, they will do anything to their own kind just to get their hands on the crumb, with the hope that one day they will get a seat at the table and eat the full pie. So we know how these people move. So, some of us, we know what it's like to be the underdog. We know what it's like to walk into places and be overlooked or be told we're not good enough or treated with disdain because we're not privileged. Yes. When some people rode the electric carriages up the mountain, those little carriages that people ride to go up the Table Mountain?
Yes.
When some people rode those electric carriages up the mountain, some of us, we had to walk. Okay? So we will never stop talking about the miscarriage of justice that is unfolding before our eyes in that courtroom. Okay? We may not have the political connections or affiliations in high places or families with millions of rent, but we have our voices and we will continue to use them. The world is watching. There are people around the world who gather here with us every night. They are the ones burning the oil to keep the lights on this channel. We are an unstoppable force and we will not be silenced by people who sit in their mansions around fireplaces with their children dressed in Gucci pajamas whilst Abontanzi's kids are out there somewhere in rural KZN, seething with helplessness because their father's fate is in the hands of a satanic system. Okay? So to all the viewers of the Mzansi Reality channel, I just want to say to them, continue liking, commenting, and sharing the videos. Keep giving the super chats, to support this channel and keep the oil burning, because these people are not going to stop us. We're going to keep talking. We're going to keep having an opinion every night, coming here, dissecting everything, and just keep our voices heard. And also don't forget to go to the petition and put your signature. I love you guys. Thank you so much. You're doing a great work.
Thank you.
Bye.
Guys, that was a mouthful indeed. Slow clap. Slow clap. That was powerful.
I've even forgot.
It's been a while since
we
pressed those buttons. Yes, we don't know which one is the clap anymore.
Yay. This case has been keeping us busy.
Yeah, it has been keeping us very busy from preparing to
but
the
I've
actual
got it.
broadcast. So you found it. Yes. So yeah, Kola, you've taken the words out of my mouth. Sometimes I can't say them because you don't want to come off too much. You must be palatable as a host, so that you don't be seen to be like too harsh or too much. Some people don't like it. So the words out of my mouth, it really are. Mr. Anonymous, mentioning this thing that you just talked about how you can't just take out a name. Can you remember that Advocate Divorce Trouble started with mentioning a name?
Yeah. In our opinion.
In our opinion.
It's alleged.
In our opinion.
That's where the problem started.
The mentioning of name.
That's where the problem started. Things started going down the drain. Everything. People started turning against him. And a lot of things. And indeed, one day we will have to revisit what happened. And I hope that everything will be done.
That's why this trial must move. It must move, please.
Mzansi, hello.
Mr. Anonymous, how are you?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I would like also to remain anonymous. Come to think about this case, ne? Come to think about this case. Also in my family, we had problems, and one of our family members recommended this other guy, for the floor x-ray. Then we went to that guy. And he really helped us as a family because my brother was really sick and my brother was just going out, and the guy really helped us. And I remember one time the guy said to us, my brother's car was giving him problems. And then he said to sorry, I'm giving this story, but I want to give context to this. And then he said to my brother, I went to him with my brother, and then he said to my brother, they're using your car, there's some stuff in your car, please go and use this and just make sure that you drive the car home, meaning to our house, and then park it, take another car, go home and still park. Okay, we agreed. As on my way, me and my brother, I said to my brother, let's go home. But my brother didn't want to listen. He's me and my friends are going. I'm but they said we must go home. Then my brother refused. Obviously, he took his car and went with his friend, and he had an accident the same night. Because that guy said, don't use this car for anything, just go home, new Pasha first. And then we got close to this guy, and then we used to talk, and then he was we started getting close, and then we spoke about this case. And there's Mina, every time I want email from Ukeli, he was making a reference saying, case Senzo, you following that? I'm umoshi's katsako. Because the case me petalize and zam. every time kumele kuyiwe court mangifuna imali ngizoyenza ukuthi kuyiwe court and then izoqithwa and iqithiwe vele. I remember with advocate Maumela and then yaqithwa leyo case. Then we're like ngamfonela ukuthi hayi wena unamanga yo why you okay I'm like why usho so athi ngitshelile every time bangasafuni kwenza izinto inayinto. Okay, and then one time, and funny enough, that guy passed on last year. And all this is happening.
What?
Everything is breaking.
So in my mind, I'm thinking, which maybe that guy was right about all this. Because now, after everything, and Manje, we are here. Because he did, now himself, he did say, nothing is ever, in this case, will never get resolved. And Manje, I think maybe we are slowly getting somewhere. But I'm not sure which, maybe I'm right or maybe I'm just imagining things. But it's making sense now, which after all this, Ukosa Agaseko, and then now all this is happening. I'm not sure. I'm not saying which maybe muntu akuhambile, but yeah, it's raising eyebrows now. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Did we say more? Let's continue. All is alleged. That's
everything is allegedly. Even our names are allegedly, okay? Everything is allegedly.
Let's keep the calls coming. Let's like the video. Keep the fire burning. That's the message for today. Let's go, guys. Unless you guys don't have anything to say, now we can close. It's not a problem. Someone who's been calling, but is not calling when we're alive. People,
please call when we are live.
Yeah,
check from 10 o'clock at night.
If you see video sitting on live, you can call. But
red.
If it's not sitting on that red thing, don't call. That's the time for us and you know,
to mind our business.
Someone called me 10 times today.
What? 10 times.
Calling this number.
Where are they now? Now is your opportunity to call. Where are you? Call right now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for after we are done with this life. Call now, please. Beg.
I beg. So that your voice is heard and you may express whatever you want to express. Because when it's expressed behind the scenes, who will hear it? Call now. Call us now. Yo, guys. Zansi, hello. Zansi, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Zansi family. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I've been ticking boxes for appeal, especially after he admitted those confessions. Because what I realized with that there was really no grounds to admit those confessions. And I'm sure he swallowed his pride as soon as they read them to court, because those confessions don't make no sense at all. And now I think, okay, so what we're doing here, we're just going straight for appeal. He's going to make sure these guys go down to jail, but then he knows that they got enough grounds for an appeal. And this is off the case. He did what he was supposed to do. The rest is up to the appeals court. And remember, now Mngomezulu is coming with this scenario that every investigator should have followed. You cannot say you opened a case, you had one statement, and then you go on and arrest people of one witness and one statement. You never pursued any other theories, any other accused or suspects. You did not, none of that. You just took one statement, believed in it, and just went with it and arrest people. That's right there, to me, is enough grounds for an appeal. Unfortunately, it's not good news for those guys sitting in jail every day. But at least maybe then they'll get judges, who understand the law. Because if you look at even the rights of these guys there, they were trampled on thousands of times. This judge seems to ignore all of that. He's now trying to ignore the DNA test. Like, basically, to me, I'm like, this is for appeal. This is for appeal. This is for appeal. Even what he did today, like, he did, this is how you guys say he ignored Ngomezulu. Yes, he did, because he understands that now Ngomezulu is now laying grounds for an appeal. He's putting everything into record so that goes straight to the appeals court, because he also understands that this judge doesn't care about justice, doesn't care about those accused. He's just there for the money and just say, you called me from my retirement, I came, I delivered, and I'm going back to my retirement. That's all I'm thinking, you know. And my second point, I've been having this issue with the defense. Okay, now Ngomezulu is trying to understand this, but I've been having this issue with the defense, because to me, this is not a normal case. Like, there's nothing normal about this case. And this case for these guys is once in their lifetime opportunity to make or break their careers. When they get out of this case, their careers will never be the same. It's either they go all in or they just act normal, because even, like, look at how this case has been going for over a year. They're still getting evidence that is being admitted in this case. That's not normal. So why are they still acting normal? Why they're not like those ladies who sit in the back doing nothing all day? Those should be sitting in social media, taking those points from those people every day, see what this makes sense, this don't make sense, because this case is not normal. But to me, it seems like they're ignoring all that. They switched off from the media completely. Even the judge is more concerned about the media than the defense. So they're missing out on all this other information that is coming out of the media just because they completely switched off. You know, that's just my point. Like, to me, I'm just not happy with them at all. Okay, Ngomezulu is now doing something different, but to me, they just completely switched off. They don't care. Like, good information can come out of the media, they're just not there to listen to it. They're not even there to take it further and like investigate it.
Yeah.
Like, long time ago, somebody came with a theory that if you're taking a long distance taxi from Johannesburg to wherever, there is a list. I used to live in Johannesburg a long time ago, so I know that you write your name and the phone number for your next of kin as a contact, the dates and everything there. They say they should have that list. I don't think Ramosopili went and found that list. You know, so, but it's not in court. The people in the media gave out that information so he can just go and find it himself. But because they are switched off from the media, I don't think he's got that.
Yeah. You are raising quite a good point.
I mean, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for taking my call.
Thank you for calling. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right, the caller, the caller who spoke in Zulu, she said they had an encounter. She started by talking about the family situation that happened to her brother after going to consult. The very same person that they consulted from, who told them what was going, it was dangerous for a brother to drive that car. They were supposed to take it back home.
Yes,
and then the brother decided to deviate, and then the accident happened. Then that person said, "Are you also watching that Kelly case?" And then they said, "Yeah." And then from there, they told them, that case, I've got it here in my hand. I'm the one who's actually doing this, because this one that went de novo is okay, meaning it's gonna be
collapsed.
And
it literally was.
Yeah, it collapsed.
The one with Maumela.
But now, what was said at the end is that person has passed away. Everything seems to be trembling. And
now,
that is alleged.
Look at where we are, allegedly.
Yes. It seems as if there's progress.
It seems.
Yes, that's basically what
she was saying. Yeah, I think, Emil,
Yes.
it would be fair for me to close now because the line
I've
is not.
received gatas today. I still need
All
to
is alleged.
process.
Some of the views are not ours.
Yes, the views and
that.
opinions expressed in this platform are not that of the platform's anti-reality. They are of the viewers and the hosts individually. So, yes, that's the disclaimer. And everything is alleged. Even our names are alleged at this point. And allegedly. Even mediums have to use allegedly. Hello, Mzansi Reality. Hi.
Zanzi, hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Right. Right. Let's start reading. People who are on the chat. Togozani Mbuyisa. Zozo Mhlanga.
Yebo.
Chuku Anna. Paul Manjani. Sims Klava. Let me answer this again. Zanzi, hello. Zanzi, hello. Right.
I think we should wrap it up.
Mev 03 Snetlanhla Bengu, our moderator, Sihameitsi. And we had Mabo, Zozo, I've mentioned Net,
Yes.
I've mentioned, no, I've not mentioned Net. Just going through fast. Ansi Moyo, our member moderator. Yes, basically those are people that I'm seeing here. Dimakats Kotlamini, Malachi, Tembelani, Kanye, Sizum Gaga, the regular of this channel. Dumi also was here. And hey, Emil. Michelle
Paul.
Lee was also here.
Michelle Lee.
Yes, Vusi.
Sanda.
Okay, Vusi Masemola was also here.
Mamela.
Innocentia Hade.
Nana.
Innocentia Hade was also here.
And,
Tabiso M. Mtaung. Well, Mtaung was also here. Just going up to check.
Lucky Mulibati.
Yes, Dan is also here.
Innocentia Hadebe. Tembelani Kanye.
Yes, Dan is coming hard on us. You guys spoke about international views. Why are you guys lacking on translation? Please. We have translated. I think we've captured that part. Did we miss any?
Translated. Did we miss any translations?
Yeah, I know that. But what we do, obviously, sometimes we look like we're not going to translate. But if a call is coming just after that, we obviously take that so that that call doesn't also give up, and then we translate later.
Yes.
We try, guys. We try. Hey. Nakona moving these languages to English is another story. Some people use strong Zulu language.
Yes.
Such that you have to think carefully of what you say. You know, others, they use light Zulu language, which is a different story. But and again, there's Sutu, there's Tswana, which I think Emery covers now and then. One day, someone will come and speak Venda. I don't think any of us will be able to cover that. And Tonga.
Yo.
Yes, so just bear with us. We don't have a person right now who can translate that.
Yes.
Yeah, we have how many languages in South Africa?
11
official languages.
11
So yeah, at least now I can understand these other languages such as Tswana, Pedi,
and Sotho.
Then I'm still missing Tonga and Venda.
Chivenda.
Yeah, that's why when I said Emily, I saw the
even
name.
Afrikaans.
Yeah, even Afrikaans. You don't count. Joking. I saw the name. I saw the vendor name. I always get my stomach changes when I'm about to call that name because I don't want to butcher someone's name. Bongani Utanti, WS was also here. Elizabeth Nkosi was also here. Mraul was also here. Lufati was also here, our member moderator. Buyani was also here. Umagete. It's difficult, guys. We are closed. We're not gonna take any calls. I think that's it from us. Emily, anything?
Yeah, that's it, guys. Maybe, just maybe tomorrow we'll have something. If not, then we'll see each other on Thursday. We'll see each other on Thursday.
Yes.
Please don't forget to like the video.
Yes.
Yes.